Hey everyone, welcome back. Now let's take a look at the new monsters. The new monsters that came into Summoners War. I pulled the water one, the water nat 4. They don't seem quite fun so far. I mean, just by reading their skill descriptions. Let's start with the nat 4s first. Where is it? Where is it? It should be an extra portrait right here. Okay, there it is. So what's this called? Hypnomeow. Hypnomeow. Is this some Snorlax, some Hypno Pokemon thing going on? Big cat, Persian cat, something like that. But it is what it is. So Bubbly Bubble attacks the enemy dealing more damage according to your max stage and puts the target to sleep for one turn with a 30% chance. You will also fall asleep. So it's basically some Charlotte, some occult girl thing going on right here. Then we have Sleep Talk, which is a passive. So this unit has two passives. Are these the units? The first, no. Yes, they are. The second units to have two passives. I believe the Lightning Emperors were as two passive. But yeah. Sleep Talk, you can use skills while sleeping. Interesting. Use skills while sleeping. The damage is increased by 100% when attacking enemies on your turn while sleeping, and the damage is increased by 20% on the next turn when you wake up from sleep. When you wake up from sleep from taking damage. Interesting. This sounds like a hard counter to Arthur and the succubuses. So yeah. So I think they're probably doing is I don't know if Daphnis, no, not Daphnis. I don't know if Arthur Ganymede is that thing. So this would be a good counter to those units in RTA. Half asleep. When you wake up from sleep from taking damage, I swear, Com2Us descriptions and wording. I guess it's because they're not an English speaking company. So yeah. When you wake up from sleep from taking damage, recover the top bar by 50% and recovers the HP by 30% of the damage you deal to the enemy on the next turn. Seems very interesting. It seems to have a it's very niche though. So if there's nobody on the enemy team that has any sleeping abilities, this unit is technically useless. Then we have Manx. Attacks the enemy, so basically the same as the previous one. And the same passive as well. So let's see what's going on here. Night Night everyone. Attacks all enemies to deal damage in proportion to your max HP and puts them to sleep for two turns. Puts yourself to sleep for one turn after attacking. So I don't know how much damage this will do, but this is one of those units that usually enemies that monsters that do damage by max HP, they don't usually hit hard. Retouch with Dave is the only special exception, and I believe Rakan, but that's about it. By your max HP and then puts everyone to sleep. It might be an interesting pair um, to go with the Fire Succubus. So this would go before the Fire Succubus and then this is Night Night everyone. But yeah, Belong. Let's see his passive. Foresight Dream. You can use skills while sleeping. Recovers HP of all allies by 20% each when you use a skill while sleeping. In addition, decreases the HP of the enemy that wakes up from sleep due to taking damage or getting a turn by 10%. So he heals while he's sleeping. Like these things are very niche. Very niche. So if there's nobody on the enemy team that is sleeping, this skill, there's nobody on the enemy team as a skill that can sleep you. This skill is technically useless. Cause I'm not sure. I think no, and I'm thinking the condition for it to sleep is dependent on whether it's the condition for it to recover HP is depending on whether or not it's sleeping. But we can test that out in another video. So Jimmy Fear passive. All eyes under sleep will not get defeated from enemy attacks. Okay. This is interesting. Did come to us code this right. So you're telling me if Arthur 2 turns sleep me at 1% HP and a Ganymede uses first skill, does that mean I don't get defeated? Right? I hope that's what it means. I hope there's not some special shenanigans going on with multi-hits or something like that, but we'll see. We have the Lightman Siamese. Okay, so basically the same as the second passive, and then Eating Dream removes sleep from all allies except yourself if you get a turn while sleeping. In addition, recovers the HP of all the allies with sleep removed. Okay, so these units are basically the answer to Arthur and the Succubus. That's basically what Com2Us is saying. Then we have this Sleep Talk. You can use skills while sleeping. Well, of course. The damage is increased by 100%. Is this the same as the other one? Yeah, they are the same. So, yeah. Um, Passive Dream Invader. When you attack the enemy on your turn, the enemy's defense is ignored if both you and the enemy target are sleeping. Well, how can I attack while I'm sleeping? But I get the idea. Okay, so let's look at the Nat 5s that came out. Minato. This guy better be good because he's taking the name of a very powerful anime character. So I hope he's good. Attacks the enemy to stun for one turn at 30% chance. Shadow of right arm. Attacks the enemy to decrease defense for 2 turns with an 80% chance, and the shadow, which is dismissed when attacked by an enemy, protects you for 1 turn. While under protection, nullifies an enemy attack 1 time, cannot attack together, and attacks additionally before attacking if you use a skill on the next turn. So a lot of words, so we will see how that goes. Shadow within me. Counter attacks with shadow attack. Shadow of right arm if you get attacked by enemies without the shadow's protection. Interesting. I don't know how useful that's gonna be. Doesn't sound like something that I want, so basically the same skill as the water one for the fire one. So destructive shadow attacks all enemies to silence them for 2 turns and absorbs their attack bar by 50%. Interesting. Silence. It's very rare to find a fire unit with silence. Except for there's a few, but as a single target, I believe the fire lapis. Shadow tie ties the enemy's shadow and grants an effect that gives 30% of the first hit damage to all enemies if you deal a single target skill damage to the target. This effect can tie one target at a time and gets untied if the target gets hit by a single. Too much words, man. So basically, it's just another unit. Like this is no one turn unit. These are units that makes you the victim of violent procs. You understand? So I'm not too excited about them either. Frantic Chaos, guaranteed to exchange the attack bar status of all enemies, boss excluded, with each other at random. Afterwards, recover your attack bar by 100%. I'm curious to see how this works though. Shun, same shadow tie, ignore, there's always one that ignores defense. Ignores defense when attacking a target tied by the shadow, and the shadow you tied won't get untied even if the enemy takes damage. Okay, we don't know if these are gonna be like OP. Oh, and they have the leader skill of 38%.